now more than ever is the air of independent woman, right? So the thing is if you are an independent woman and whatever it is that you want to define that as, but then you still require a man to provide more than what you do, and oftentimes we'll see like an independent woman won't even consider a man that makes less money than them or has less education than them, right? So to put that amount of pressure on a man, this post is suggesting is a degree of abusiveness within that, right? Because far too often we see on both sides of the coin, women using a level of education in order to emasculate a man. And as far as the other side, as women who have a lot of degrees or education, not even telling the man that they have one. So you see it on both sides of the coin. But on from a man's perspective, like you guys already know, I want the folks that follow this channel and you know, and the dudes who are about self-improvement, understanding and why they gotta reach and attain the best that they possibly can with the time that's given to them, because it's never, the next day is never promised to them. Irrespective of all that, you know, to require a dude to be better or making more money than you or doing better than you, this post says it's abusive. You know, I think, you know, diamonds are made under pressure, right? So I think a degree of that is it pushes us to be a little bit better as dudes, as men. You know what I'm saying? But my problem is those who come in with a trophy mentality. Yeah. That okay, just because my vagina gets exceptionally wet, and because, you know, I get other dudes that look at me when I walk into the club, all of a sudden I'm the shit, right? And because they get thousands of likes on Instagrams, I'm the shit. Therefore, you and all of this shit, you and your barely 6-figure making ass, I don't respect that, because I can get another who can make 7 figures, right?
Mm-hmm. Some men believe, like they feel like, yeah, you shouldn't expect me to give you this. You shouldn't expect me to do blah, blah, blah. But then you still want to be the man. Like the typical, like, I run this, you submit to me, you fall to whatever I say type of man. So if you're saying that, I would understand some women feeling like, then you need to be on that standard. You need, if you saying you want to be the man to tell me what to do, you need to be ready to provide what I need. Whether that means home, whether that means food, whether that means childcare, whatever you need to be providing all that. And if you cannot provide those things, then that also means like that you don't get that treatment.
So let me ask you a question. So let's say you do find a dude that can provide all of that, right? What is the woman providing?
She's providing the home. She's providing the
home,
the love. She's providing the support. Exactly. Like she's pushing you to be better while you're doing those things.
It's like a stay-at-home partner. Like you could get a lot of things done. So if your goal is to, like, say if you wanted to accomplish something where you had to be in front of the computer all day. So if you wanted to be in front of the computer all day, how your meals going to be cooked? How's your house going to be cleaned? So I think it's a partnership. And I think that that's what majority of the woman provides, a partnership with a.
Is the viscous insides, the gushy viscous insides, is that enough to be entitled to half of a gentleman's bank account?
If we are married, then I feel like my money is your money is my money.
And I also think when it comes to that situation, like you have to answer that question, because women, you can't be like, well, do you think your is worth all of this? Because do you think it? Can you live a life worthy? That, and do you think you can live a life without?
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. So let me answer that question, and that answer to that question is going in within the Princer's comment right here. Shout out to you, my G. I love how everything the woman contributes is intangible, nothing real or needed. Support, that's intangible. You can't feel it. You can't point at it. You can't.
True. But that's what
But as a man contributes is tangible. It could be assets. It could be resources. It could be security.
But that's with the assumption that the woman doesn't have assets or resources herself.
And that's what
yes, it is. But so like, if you're thinking towards, again, this post that started off the conversation, it puts the man in the position to be pressured into providing a life for a woman.
financially, right? But this is also showing that women secures, like, helps with men mentally. So you won't be able to secure that bag without your mental state being right? So we rehabilitate you, and you go create those finances.
Well,
right?
let me try to answer that. Is you chose me because I was rehabilitated or enough or whatever for you to choose me in the first place.
Women, most of the time, women look at things as fixed projects.
Yeah.
So you don't get chosen because you're fixed already. You get chosen because you're a project they're trying to fix.
That's why I disagree with you on it. We could talk about that in the comments down below, in a way that I think would add to the conversation, because most women are not looking to fix. Yeah. I think most women are looking for the best that they possibly can, relegated to who can provide them the most security and protection. I would argue much more broken women or immature women are looking to fix. Some other people are more fixed than others, to the point of being able to ascertain wealth, income, material goods, no debt, right? So, but within that being said, there's dudes out there that have all that, but they're still expected to provide a life that a woman couldn't provide a quarter of that.
That's not all that matters, though. That's what I think men are missing.
But the one thing is that, like, there is women that will not select a dude unless they feel like it's a come up. That's called hypergamy. But on the flip side, dudes don't do that. Dudes don't select women based off of what they can tangibly bring them. But go ahead.
I mean, it may not be tangible, but I do feel like dudes select women depending on how they can help them elevate. So if you're dealing with someone dealing with a woman and you feel like she's bringing you down, you're not going to that's the thing that I don't like. Like we act like women have expectations that men don't. Men have expectations. Now y'all may not speak about it. Y'all may not speak about it as much as we do, but you guys have expectations
we absolutely
as well. Yeah. So if you are meeting a woman and you feel like she's not elevating you, then you may discredit her at the same point as if we do. Now, I think that the way that these women on here are portraying that, as far as like, I'm only going to date him if he got so-and-so money and certain things. No, I disagree with that. But if you're dating someone, you want them to contribute, or you want them to bring you higher up. You don't want them to bring you down. You don't want it to be stagnant. So you have to evaluate, in which I believe men do as well. You want to evaluate what this person is bringing to the table, how this person can help you get to where you want to do as an individual. Because I do believe that relationships, the purpose of relationship is to figure out your higher sense of self. So when you have relationships with people, it makes you evaluate who you are as a person.
BLS and Holder, what's good, my G? Thank you for the $5 super chat. Ask the bums that be driving these women's Hondas Accords while they're at work. They have no jobs, but they're still valued. He's talking about the Chaz and the Tyrone.
I like him. It's always men dropping women off at work in their cars. Jody.
And then they go back to the crib and smoke all day. Jody. Yeah, but
what happened to my car?
Yeah, but she was being supplied a day.
So now that's equal to financial?
No, I'm saying she's immature.
Oh God.
I'm saying she's immature and she can't do much.
There's always an excuse or a justification why men what is that?
It's the same thing in this goddamn post. That's what they're talking about. Wait, hold on. Let me just make sure. That's what they're talking about in the post. Just as much as women are not rehabilitation centers for badly raised men, because I'd argue a man who is being dropped off and it goes back to the crib and then picks her back up, he's dating a mother. He's being mothered. He's being mothered. I don't tolerate that shit on this channel. If I'm looking down into the comments, listen, I did a video not too long ago. This is actually a couple of months ago now that I'm thinking about it. And it was about asking women for money. And I had dudes down in my comments like, what you mean? I can't ask a girl for money? I'm just like, what? What type of men do we have in our society that are raised with the idea that is ever a question that they should have?
So you feel like men can't ask women for money?
I don't think that they ever should.
Wow.
Ever should. Ever. If you can't do it on your own, you're being unsuccessful.
I like your gender roles are showing.
What you mean?
Like it's showing.
Talk to me. What you mean?
Like that's a gender role. Like I feel like that's
because I think men should be men.
But
I think men should be men. I don't think men should ask women for money. I don't think he should. In my opinion, I don't think that he should. He should be able to hold the weight on his shoulders, his goddamn self, and not expect any goddamn handouts. And this is the exact shit that we have gotten away from. And we act like this shit is normal. I don't think that should be normal. Mo, I feel like you're checking out the conversation just a little bit.
I stopped reading.
I don't think that shit should be normal. Because I felt like, listen, I was raised with a single father who was a school teacher, a music teacher. I didn't come from means, but I was able to excel. And I do think a large component of my ability to excel is the values that he instilled in me, and the fact that he wasn't running the streets. And I get it. People have different starting points, but I didn't come from money. Like I didn't at all. Right. So, but I say all that to say there's a lot of people out there who, they want the short way to get it. You know what I'm saying? Like there was an idea that a man could provide and protect and do it with his two goddamn hands. And I feel like there's concepts of that we have lost sight of. Money buys freedom. I've been saying that for the last decade, and I want the most amount of freedom that I possibly can. Money also buys you security, right? I don't want to be in a place where I hear gunshots. Money can afford that. I don't want to be in that spot. Money can afford that.